I want to talk to you today about active recovery. A lot of us know that hopping on a piece of cardio equipment for 10 to 20 minutes on off days, or whether you're actually out physically walking or running or biking, swimming, rowing, whatever it may be, we know that those are good on days when I'm not necessarily training to help create some blood flow and then also recover as well to help flush some of the garbage out of the body. But sometimes, it's not really that enticing on an active recovery day to go sit on a rowing machine or go sit on a bike or on a treadmill for 10 to 20 minutes, put in some earphones, and then you just space out. So what I want to give you today is how do I apply some skill to my active recovery, so then therefore I can then take that and apply it to my training days as well and start to become a better breather. So today what I'm going to show you is some hypoxic intervals on the rower. My goal today is just to get to 2,000 meters. I don't care about how fast I do this, because remember, I'm recovering. I'm active today, but I'm still recovering. And so what I'm going to do is at every half minute mark, every 30-second mark, I'm going to take an inhale through my nose. I'm going to hold that, and I'm not going to change my rowing pace. This is going to be this very casual 60 to 70% stroke rate, and I'm going to try and maintain that with that breath held as long as I can. As soon as I need to exhale, I let that go. I push all the air out. I get as many breaths as I need of mouth in, mouth out, right? That's fifth gear to settle my heart rate back down. And then as soon as I can get back to nose in, mouth out, I do so. And then I'm just gonna find myself in this nice rhythm of every half minute at the 30-second mark, minute 30 mark, 2:30 mark, 3:30, so on and so forth. I'm gonna repeat that same pattern. I'm gonna take one final breath in, row as long as I can with my breath held. I exhale, I'm in fifth gear. I mouth in, mouth out as many times as I need to until my heart rate comes back down. And then I get back into nose in, mouth out, back into gear 4. And then eventually, if you get really good at this, you wanna see if, hey, can I get myself back down to gear 3, which would be nose in, nose out. So I'm gonna show you guys some examples of what this looks like, and try this out on your own, put it to practice, and this will give you something a little bit more stimulating for your mind when you're doing some active rest days, but also you're actually working on a skill at the same time that then you can transfer into all your other training days as well. So here we go. And hey, too, something to think about, like dampener setting. I got this thing at between a 3 and a 4. I'm not worried about how much tension is in the machine. And then also I'm going to set my screen up for watts, because watts is a great way to understand what's my power output, and I want that to be very consistent. Like I said, if you don't really know too much about how to look at watts and things like that, just feel like your own self, your own perceived exertion is staying within 60 to 70% of your output. Okay, we don't want to dip into 75 or 80%, because now that's becoming work, and that's actually becoming a training session here. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys an example here. When you start out, 30 seconds, the first 30 seconds, I just want you to find nose in, mouth out. I'm right around like 190 watts here. Got 5 seconds here. I'm going to take that final breath in. As many breaths as I need in fifth gear. And then once I can return to fourth gear, nose in, mouth out, I get back to that. Voila, there you go. That's a practice round. So now what you would want to do is stay on the rower. Like I said, I just use 2,000 meters as my domain. That's how far I'm going to go. I don't care how quickly I get to that 2,000 meters. My real focus is on my breathing practice. Every 30 seconds, minute 30, 2:30, 3:30. I'm gonna practice that sequence of taking one final breath in, holding my breath, maintaining my wattage and my output the same, doesn't need to change, and then see how long I can hold my breath. I exhale, I get to 5th gear, I bring myself back down to 4th, and then this is a really great way to start learning how to breathe. How does your breathing predict your pacing? And you're starting to get in tune with your body. Try this out next time on an active recovery day.